This is a brief instructional video on how to use and program your new VTMini. First thing you want to do is, of course, plug it into the wall, but plug into a socket that is not shared by a larger appliance. Second thing we want to do is put batteries in our remote. Batteries are not included with the VTMini, and they're just simply AAAs. Oh, and I almost put it in the wrong way. You got to make sure you put it in the right way here. There we go. And we will know that it works by if you push the button and it blinks red like that, we know it's working. All right. To turn it on, it's the big red power switch in the back. This screen has a 5-second timer on it. Basically, it'll go black within about 5 seconds. To turn it back on, all you got to do is you can push any button. I simply just push the start-stop button. It brings the light back on. Sometimes what can happen is when you're just about to press start and the screen goes black, you may think it's broken or it doesn't work. It's just because it will not allow you to select anything unless that screen is on. So if I push the start button again, well, it didn't start. But if you push it again, now that the light is on, you can see it starts in manual mode. Whenever you turn the machine on, it will always default to manual mode. If you want to go to the other modes, we have P1, 2, and 3. The P1, 2, and 3 are preset programs. These preset programs are basically cycles of different speeds. And they're not designed specifically for any certain issue. It simply allows the user to experience all the different speeds. There's also 3 user-defined settings and it'll say it by U1, 2, and 3. So if I push start to get the light back on and press mode, we can cycle through P1, 2, and 3, and then press it again for U1, 2, and 3. And so the users, you can make your own program. And so to make your own program, just to give you an idea of what it can do, you have 12 different speeds and times that you can create. And then what the program will do is it will continue to cycle 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then it'll start back at 1 if there's still time left in your workout. And so so what they call it a step. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There's 12 steps. Every step can have its own time, how long that step is going to be, and what speed that step is going to be. So for example, I'm going to press the start to get that light back on. We're going to press mode, or actually already on U3. Okay, just going to push that button to get that light back on. We're already on U3. We're going to hit programming. And now that it's flashing, we know that we can program the first step. And you'll actually see, I'm just going to turn that light back on, you'll see this one little line. It'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all the way up to 12 steps. So we're on our first step, and you can see that it's going to last for 10 seconds. Well, I want to maybe do it for 5 seconds. So push the button to 5, and maybe I want the oscillation side, which is the left. I want it at speed 20. And I want the spiral on the right here to be, say, we'll just go to 30. So for 5 seconds, it's going to be at 20 and 30. For our second step, maybe I want it to be at 10 and 10 for, well, let's say 5 seconds. Press program again. Third step, maybe I want it to shut off for a couple seconds. So what you could do is you could actually go to 0, push a little harder here, 0. And I want it to just go to 0 for, we'll say 2 seconds for a little break. Totally up to you. And you keep on doing that for every single cycle, all the way up to the 12th one. And then you can hit start. And you'll see for the first 10 seconds, I'm sorry, we had it for 5 seconds. And then I think, what did we have it for, another 5 or 10? There we go, and it stopped for 1 second. Now we're back on. So it completely programmed my own setting. For the remote, this is not a radio frequency remote, which means you can't point it wherever you want. You have to point it directly at it. This is a infrared or IR remote. So you have to point the remote directly at this little circle right here in order to use the remote. And all the buttons here will mimic the buttons that are laid out on the screen. You know, for example, this is the oscillation, this is the oscillation on the left. This is the spiral, this is the spiral on the right. And then you have your time up and down, and you can even hit the mode. The only thing you cannot do with the remote is program it and actually program those user settings. I hope this has helped you understand how to use the VTMini.